Hello everybody and welcome back here to the CyberGamer TV studios. Myself, Tobi Wan to bring you here of match 2 of the GosuCup. That's right, it's the GosuCup semi-finals. We've had BP versus GGnet. Spoiler alert, we did see BP take out the first game. Awesome team fights is what won it for them. SF, Lich, ulti, and then a freaking 13-minute Radiance Alchemist early on in the piece. And of course that Diffusal Blade, didn't mention in the last game, but damn. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm really going to say. Because Slash explains it a hell of a lot better than I do. I am here by myself tonight, but luckily for you guys, I am actually inside the game and watching this awesome match. So without further ado, we're going to jump ourselves straight into it. And we do see the team swap. So we'll have burning potatoes, yeah, they're that hot, brownie potatoes playing for the Scourge side. GGnet, you can almost say they're the host of this competition considering they are sponsored by the company who actually created this tournament. They will be playing for the Sentinel side. So far in the bans and pick so far, we've only got the bans. We do see Puppy removing out, what the hell? Okay, cool, okay, we'll go with that. Batrider, Visage, Invoker, Weaver, and Earthshaker. My eyes must really be hurting for that time of night. For everyone watching on the stream, I know you guys are watching. What is that first ban? Because my eyes I'm looking like it's Lich, but it's like, yeah, really? Okay, cool, fair enough. Okay, so Morphling will be there. By the way, guys, yes, there's actually an inbuilt delay that's going out for Black Math. Going, oh, there's a huge delay, and they go. That's so the players actually can't cheat. And the delay actually changes around all the time, so there's actually no set time. Good old own 3D TV. Oh no. Ancient Apparition is now in the lineup. Okay. Ducky, straight off. First pick went to Puppy. He picked up Morphling. Ducky instantly returned with a Clockwork Goblin as well as an Ancient Apparition. Wow. I'm scared of Ancient Apparition. I don't even care where. Ancient Apparition is obviously your mid-solo, but I don't care what game. Even if it's a new playing Ancient Apparition, they're still going to be overpowered as opposed to everybody else. So here's in the lineup. We do have a GGnet lineup coming up with SF, Enigma, and Morphling. Now, I love that picking up already. SF, I'm not quite sure if he's actually going to go for the solo mid or if they're going to throw someone else in there to try and deal with Ancient Apparition. Because I can probably guarantee you Ancient Apparition will come out on top. Unless SF is freaking aggressive and strong. GGnet, who actually knows? But the fact you got two oldies which coupled on top of each other are so freaking powerful, it ain't funny. Now we're talking Enigma and SF. Enigma with a black hole to pull everybody in. If you've noticed any of the casts I've ever done, I kind of get a little bit excited about black holes. When they're done correctly. I get annoyed when they're not done correctly. SF, however, if he jumps right in the middle of that one, pops off his ulti, close range, everybody cops it, and basically it's GG. So, and GGnet, well, so only titled with no pun intended, will definitely come out on top of those big team fights, which gives them an opportunity later on in the game if things do go pretty badly. Just one big timing for them could really turn it for the game. And that's what happened for BP in our last game. BP just managed to get that perfect timing for a lot of the team fights. Even when GGnet initiated inside those Sentinel neutrals, they were able to push them out, split them up, and managed to pick them off one by one after that point. SF ulti hit, Lich ulti hit, everything hit, and it worked beautifully for BP. So I really love their form for that one. Going into our last bans now, you see Spectre and Alchemist being banned out here by GGnet. Ducky has removed out Crystal Maiden. Won't probably take out, well actually he's got to take out a couple more supports. From this lineup at the moment, I'll probably say Witch Doctor would be an ideal support hero for Puppy, considering obviously the bouncing stun holding in place, give SF a little bit more time, Enigma a little bit more time as well. Not to mention the restoration that will help them out. And they will probably need one more. They could possibly go carry. It depends how Enigma wants to be played. Enigma can push the lanes out and go solo with the conversions, or can go neutrals. Neutrals, not really the favoured of late, actually, to come out with Enigma. Most of the time, he has been thrown inside the lanes and trying to especially push out the towers and go as a solo. And Witch Doctor, Ducky must be listening in. Here's our Witch Doctor as our last support hero to go out. And just for Jinru, who's currently listening in, I don't really speak slower. I do attempt to sometimes for you. So Jinru, by the way, the person I'm referencing at the moment is currently on CyberGamer TV chat. That's right, I'm watching you. I see Bishop, I see Black Math, I see McFatback, I see for Melody. Hey, you guys come up with some interesting names. And Lexi, standard name, is also there as well. Great to have you guys there. And Puck comes on. GGnet, have an AoE battle. Yeah. Puck, obviously, with his dream call, able to hold heroes in place so they can't run away from the SF ulti. Interesting, Storm Spirit also hasn't been picked up in this lineup just yet. One of those heroes which is great to escape out from, one a black hole and two a Puck ulti. So Ducky might consider actually playing with him. Already got Vengeful Spirit, Clockwork Goblin. Once again, we saw Clockwork Goblin in our last game. As well as VS, the only change up we've actually seen here from BP is the fact that Ancient Apparition has been included in that lineup. And that is just because he is so freaking strong at the moment. Nerf, please, Ice Frog. Please, please, nerf. No, not that I'm telling Ice Frog to do. Nerf him. Nerf him. But yes. Oh, there's a frog stuck in my throat. Or a duck in this case. As we wait for him to go through the extra time. Won't take forever, I'm sure. To pick up his fourth hero. Going, okay, how are we going to do this? Obviously, we know Puck can solo. Puck loves to solo as well. Whenever you solo, a big key thing. It's like why Windrunner likes to solo, it's why Puck likes to solo. You've got to have an escape mechanism. Windrunner has her own ability, which is named right after herself, Wind Running. So basically just runs herself out there at the speed of light. Puck, illusionary orb, really hard to kill him. I wouldn't actually be surprised right now, well, Puppy, if he does go, well, what do we actually got for support kind of style? I'm thinking Batrider, did he actually make it through the ban pool as well? No, he actually got banned. Oh, interesting to see how they're going to go. Everyone is ranged as well on GGnet. Every single person. DOTA! Oh, okay. Okay. Well, when all else fails, let's go with a bit of a Mystic Snake. DOTA will be picked up. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Just for the main reason, it's been a while since I've actually seen DOTA picked up in a game. But for how they're actually going to like run these lanes, DOTA is great for actually holding onto a lane and actually pressuring a hero back at the same time. The fact that Mystic Snake, shoot it off, bounces a couple of times, but the more times it bounces, the more damage it actually does. And when that hits the hero who's a little bit squishy, you know, if Puck was on the end of that one, he'll have to phase shift to avoid it because he is going to get wasted. Or basically take off most of his life. And our last hero, with Puppy taking it, with CM and Witch Doctor both gone, he's just like, well, crap, who else do I want? Jakiro will be the last one, so the Twin-Headed Dragon will be the last one. And there is, once again, another AoE big ability with the Ice Wall, which can come out. Twin-Headed Dragon also has that little bit of extra chance to let it out a little bit of an extra bite. I'm talking about the flame that will come out from him. He's all about flaming everybody. I also realised, guys, sorry, I believe my mic has just been spiking a little bit, so we'll just drop that down for everybody out there. Obviously, I'm getting a little bit more excited. Yeah, just make sure we get our mic levels right, just so you don't go, oh, my ears, Toby is hurting my ears again. It's because I'm listening to his cast. Ducky will now make his last choice, and Doom. Wow, really? Doom made it through the ban pool? I don't think anybody noticed that. Doom goes out, so we got the Nino playing as Ancient Apparition, cut and paste the Clockwork Goblin. Ducky is our Vengeful Spirit. Sony Ace, he's given up the Alchemist because he had to, it was banned. He'll be playing as DOTA, and Baby Knight, our main mid carry, will be in the middle lane. Stout Shield already on, so he's already expecting himself to be forced back a fair distance. In towards the middle lane, we have Shadow Fiend. Now, I've been apologising to everyone. I've been keeping on calling him Paj, which is really bad. Pycat, I believe, is actually really referred to as. So Pycat will be thinking about going middle. Actually, Puppy is currently seen there as Enigma, interestingly. So they're just waiting to see where Roccat goes off. Spots Puck getting towards the top lane. Asn going to be playing as Puck. Down towards our bottom. Kurokai once again playing as Morphling. Not something completely unexpected. In fact, it's very expected. Miracle, just taking an early bath there as a Twin-Headed Dragon. Wants to scrub up before the day's action. Kurokai, gotta be careful, doesn't want to get ganked early off here. He's going to be very pissed off if he does. He's having a bit of a look around there, just throwing down the ward as well from Ducky. Wants to keep tabs, doesn't see Kurokai walking around. With Ducky placing that ward, it only sees it vertically. Doesn't actually see down. Thought he would have actually placed it around at this point. That way he can actually see, he would have actually seen Kurokai perfectly on that bottom lane. Kurokai will be going up against a tri lane. Interesting to see Ancient Apparition not soloing at the middle lane. They gave it to Doombringer instead as their 5th and final pick. But we'll have DOTA and VS on the bottom lane, joined by Ancient Apparition. Doombringer and... VS, DOTA, AA, bottom lane. Doombringer mid, top lane, Clockwork Goblin. So Clock on Puck up there on the top lane. Be an interesting battle. Always see an interesting battle like that. Doombringer will be going against SF in the middle lane, and Kurokai by himself. And still Enigma is back at the base. Hasn't moved out yet, will now finally do so. One little conversion managed to run his way all the way up and towards the mid. But Puppy will actually now come back out, and looks like he will actually be going the neutral approach to things. Kurokai forced to fall back there. That little bit of the ice feet, the cold feet you actually get from Ancient Apparition. Forced Kurokai to fall back a little bit further. Jakira's big thing here. Harass more than Vengeful Spirit manages to do so. So Miracle on Ducky, support hero battle. Big problem though, they will actually have is that Mystic Snake from Sony. Will really hamper Kurokai's farm. Especially that cold feet. That's the second time we've seen it actually pumped off by Ancient Apparition. Already used 200 mana to actually do so. I only got one more charge that left. Even then he's only just short of the mana needed for it. Azen harassing cut and paste down. Getting whatever hits he possibly can on top of that Clockwork Goblin, making it even more risky for him to come in closer. This bottom lane could work out beautifully. Doom Restoration. Baby Knight going up against a hero which he domed so... Well, I say domed. Wow. Let's just not use elite speak. He was very good at in our last game. But SF, really a lot of raises going off as well. South now pops off from Doombringer. Pikeout quite happy to be very aggressive. Vengeful Spirit now going to get a stun on Kurokai. Ancient Apparition didn't follow it up there with a cold feet. He's got a little bit more farm to do so. Puck and Clockwork Goblin still going head to head on the top lane. That's all going to come down to who is the smarter guy. Same in this mid lane. Shadow Fiend almost up to level 4. Doombringer just a little bit further behind. I'd like to see the deny count in just a moment, where I'm actually pretty sure no one's going to be actually killing anybody. Alright, let's have a look now. Mid lane. Actually, let's have a look at top lane. Top lane's actually 11 for 3, cut and paste. Going up against Puck is actually only 9 for 0. That's not looking good. A little bit of harassment coming out from Baby Knight there in the mid lane, forcing Shadow Fiend to fall back a little bit. But it actually looks like Puck is coming out the worst in that top lane. Azen getting done by Clockwork Goblin. Cut and paste, second time Nutty's playing that one. Courier flying out bottle, so Shadow Fiend can now run that guy off. Doombringer also doing the same.
A player's forces are under attack.
One big advantage at the moment for GGnet is the fact they are running that neutral. So when Enigma wants to actually give support towards that bottom lane, looks like he's doing right now, conversions will come around the backside. Got to be careful they just don't get farmed up though. But Enigma does actually come up. Was there a ward watching that one? I don't know, but they have managed to fall themselves back. There is one more there from Ducky, yeah. They're watching that Enigma move around inside the trees.
A player's force
as well as any movement between the creep camps. Clockwork really trying to push Puck back on there on the top lane. Enigma once again coming in towards the side. I think a big thing, and something I didn't actually notice before. One ward, stopping 2 creep camps from spawning. Nice. Reason for it, stop the neutraling. But now we will see Enigma just run himself back here again. He's going to wait a little bit longer for that ward to actually die off. Won't be for another minute and a bit. Puck really taking a lot of damage up here on the top lane. Currently same levels up there on the top. Doombringer, forced back there in the middle lane too. Going to pop off that haste rune in a second, Shadow Fiend, and pick up the DD. Will definitely give him an advantage for that middle lane gank. Let's have a couple of razors, level death. Almost enough. Haste rune, running for the rune. And 1 razor, 2 razor. Will it be enough? He runs himself back up high ground, but it's not going to be enough. Doombringer's already level 6, and level death picks up the TD. And Baby Knight gets on top of Pikecat there in the middle lane. Not the start that GGnet wanted. Especially considering they're already 1 game down here in this best of 3. The mid carry battle, always so important. especially the first blood. TP will now come in towards the middle lane. SF won't be too concerned. Couple of razors go off. Let's try and time the last hit there for the creep. Making sure he doesn't get denied. Got to remember he's going to build up all his souls again. Shadow Fiend gets stronger with the more souls he does actually get. So the last hitting, not only just important for CS scores, but also for how much... gotta love the level death. Cut and paste, not wanting to miss a single bit of this. Has actually saved the game already. Paj, 1 raise, 2 raise. So be careful when that Doom gets cast. If he's too low on HP, it will actually bring him down. Again, level death. So damn powerful at this point. Magic wand up. Good item to go when you're going up against SF. SF popping up razors left, right, and center. You can charge us left, right, and center as well. So SF just collecting those souls back up again. Doombringer picks up another DD rune on the bottom lane. Enigma managed to farm his soul ring by 6 minutes now. And DOTA, what have we got for her at the moment? Ring Basilius, pretty lean on top of AA. He's just playing pure support right now. Top lane Puck, Boots and Bottle. Clockwork Goblin currently missing. In fact, he's actually come himself in towards that middle lane. Interested to see Clockwork Goblin actually making that very, very long walk and letting Azen actually free farm that top lane. Azen will definitely be doing the wise thing and picking up a TP. Actually, no, he's going to pick up a Pelt. Bell Giant Strength instead. So wants to keep himself alive up there on the top, expecting a gank to come through sometime soon. Puppy, waiting to initiate here on the mid lane. Still not level 6 yet. So he doesn't actually have his ulti. Will actually get that mini stun. He can pop on top of Doom though. That will slow him down. But we do still see Azen free farming up there on the top lane. Clockwork Goblin finally making his way back up there. A long walk from Clockwork Goblin for this. But Puck still too scared to go up that high. Clockwork Goblin now showing himself. With VS and AA missing. VS now showing himself on the bottom lane as well. Kurokai try to come up a little bit closer. Gotta be careful of VS. 1 stun will rule them all.
A player's forces are under a town is under siege.
So Kurokai, couple of hits on the bottom lane. Gotta keep that last hitting up for him. Really needs that farm. Enigma and SF here in the middle lane as well. A couple of razors just popping off, trying to slow down this creep wave. Get a couple of souls for SF. While the tri lane on bottom here for BP. Very strong, very hard to actually take. Tier 1 tower will take a fall here in the middle lane. No Glimp to save its life. Also, no last hit for any of the Sentinel side. So no extra money. Ring of Basilius as well as Soul Ring. Enigma, just 1 creep kill off at level 6. Wow, Puck wants cut and paste. The looping orbing over the top. Will he jaunt? Will he jaunt? No, he won't jaunt. He'll do it the old-fashioned way. Azen, even though he was losing the CS battle, managed to actually get a little bit of free farm time and claims the top. SF now comes up, 1 razor. Enigma also on his way up. They're going to try and claim out the tier 1 tower. Not going to work for the Scourge. Scourge now with 4 heroes in the bottom lane. Interesting positioning here from BP. Glyph pops off. Enigma now up in the top lane too. Conversions are there. They will multiply themselves in just a moment. But this will be 2 tier 1 towers in the space of a couple of seconds. In fact, that's probably 1 minute separating the 2 of them. Enigma now with his black hole as well. Should see Boots and, Boots and TP. Takira trying to come towards this bottom lane, knowing pressure's on, knowing there's a lot of heroes down here. They're quite happy to let this farm actually go. Even though DOTA is getting a little bit more farm, they just lost 2 tier 1 towers. TP comes in now, Enigma will be the first one in. SF follows it up, running straight inside the trees. No wards currently watching this one, but Scourge side instantly falling back, realising everyone's missing from all the lanes. Bar Puck, who's just suicidal. So bot will not be pushed by the Scourge at least. Sentinel will definitely want to push it. Take out the last of tier 1 towers. Make it a battle of map control. Let Kurokai free farm it as well. Once you take out that tier 1 tower, it's a lot scarier for the Scourge to actually cross the river. That will give Kurukai a little bit more space to farm. Roccat flies down. Doesn't see the two heroes rotating in towards the mid. Or Enigma, as I should say, now farming up the neutrals. SF is there as well. Now DOTA and AA, VS as well, thinking they got a little bit of confidence on the bottom lane. The Roccat didn't show anything up. Second Roccat now flies off. SF back in towards the middle lane. Roccat should fly right over the top of Enigma. Or just off to the side, in fact. Hits on top of Kurukai. Kurukai will have to pop off that salve. There it goes. Needs to make sure he's at full health in case he does get initiated on. Once again, 4 heroes in the bottom lane. Doombringer running inside near the Goblin shops. Enigma's going to come from the side as well. They spot out Vengeful Spirit on the side. Vengeful Spirit, instant stun. Support now coming through. TP is coming over the top. Roccat flies over as well. Doombringer's already dived himself through. Jakiro can't put up a wall just yet. Enigma trying to fall himself back, but the Doom was on top of him. Straight away from Baby Knight. Realized he did not want to deal with that black hole. And also wanted to get the kill. A simple thing of casting Doom on top. Level Death obviously did actually speed up his process into the afterlife. I'm talking about Enigma. So he's on the sidelines. Flame Breath there from Twin-Headed Dragon. Dual Breath up to level 3. Wants that extra chance. Puck down the bottom lane. TP's force there. Clockwork Goblin coming in from behind. Coldfield on top of Miracle. They're fighting on top of the tower. Enigma should be able to black hole this one. Being forced out by the cogs. Now he black holes. Holding Clockwork Goblin in place. They're taking the tower right now. Doom comes around. Level death. It's just like a freaking turnaround and level death you. Puppy takes the fall. Double kill. Wow. Baby Knight. Doombringer. 5th and final pick was what it was. It's definitely helped him out. Now DOTA will push out this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. 2 to 4. Currently where we sit. It looks like SF during that one. Bycat quite happy to actually push out. Puck phase shifting himself around. No, he could be in a little bit of trouble here if he tries to take on Sony Ace. But wants to hold on to this tower on the bottom lane. Illusionary Orb flying in now. Will they actually go for it? A lot of damage happening to DOTA there from one Illusionary Orb. Morphling, if they wanted to go for it, they could. They could be wary of Ancient Apparition, who's almost about to pop level 6 as well. Be a little bit more wary of Doombringer running around with an Invis rune. Or is it's Smoke. It's Smoke. They're going to come right down. Morphling. Oh, it is actually an Invis rune on top of Doom, but it's Smoke on the rest of them. Big damage. Right on top of Kurukai. Level, Flame, Roccat, and Stun. Or Roar, I should say. Kurukai really being shut down. SF, though, is getting himself a little bit of farm. Tier 1 tower in the bottom lane will take a fall. It's the first tier 1 the BP have actually claimed this game. They have 3 kills up at the moment. Enigma ready to push out this mid lane. We'll probably do enough damage to this tier 2 tower in the middle lane, or actually bring it down. There'll be enough conversions here. Ancient Apparition Noli will actually destroy any chance they have of doing that, though. Flame Breath comes out. Medusa, Snake bouncing off. Good time for Enigma as well as Jakiro to fall himself back. In fact, Enigma will actually go towards the top lane, dropping a ward on the way through. Wants to watch the transition. Roccat flies off. Hoping to see them falling back. Didn't see anything, so knows they've actually run themselves up a little bit higher. Doombringer is currently on the hunt. You see no creep consumed just yet, so no extra auras or abilities. Not even a level 1 version of it. SF has Nogarax up now too, so on his way to his BKB. I say on his way, we're 13 minutes into the game, so we're not that far in. And again, last game we had a 13-minute Radiant, so yeah, come on, pick up your act. Just because you don't have Goblin's Greed. 2 to 5, Asin heading himself back down towards that bottom lane. Well, Clockwork Goblin. The 2 boys who went solo up against each other to start with. Now going around, Ancient Apparition. It's hitting that bottom lane. So much freaking damage. On the bright side here for Kurukai, though, he's not going to be too concerned because now they get to deny the creep wave up a little bit further. It stays on their side of the creep wave too, and they don't have to worry too much. Have to cross the river? Nah, it's not that dangerous. If they do want to push the tier 1 tower, they can easily do it. ASF can demolish a wave, and Enigma can make his own wave. I'm talking about Morphling's wave, even though he does have that as well. Enigma, I'm talking about the conversion wave. The 2 boys of water on the same team. Even though Enigma with his bracelets does look like the genie from Aladdin. I don't know if that's insulting to him, as his bracelets glow blue. They're blue, not gold, man. They're blue. Back out up to level 10. As far as levels go, looks like everyone's pretty even, apart from Miracle and Nino. They're the two lowest. Miracle at 5, Nino at 6. CS scores, we've got 78 for 9 on top of SF. The most farmed hero on the map. Cut and Paste being the closest. Actually, not Cut and Paste. Medusa being the closest to him. 73 for 16. What's the bottom lane babysit? 48 for 10 on top of Baby Knight. He has, however, got 3 kills and 2 assists. No deaths for him. So you got to say pretty balanced across most of the creep stats. Even though there is 3 extra kills towards the Scourge side, they did lose 2 extra towers. TP coming on towards the top, realizing Doom and AA are pushing that out. SF still there, Chikiro, no TP on him. SF has one if required. Doombringer now just coming up a little bit further up. Let's try and push Asm back. We'll do so successfully. Clockwork Goblin trying to get himself a little bit more farm on that bottom lane. Kurokai is definitely going to have something to say about that, as he comes up and does the same sort of thing. Illusion Rune has been popped here by Doombringer. Trying to harass this tier 1 tower down. Got enough mana for an orb to come out from Puck. Now we do actually see one fly out there. So he wouldn't use that just in case they do actually try and dive him, but the size in the end is better to actually wipe out the creep wave, or at least do a lot of damage to it, so the tower can do the rest. SF in towards the mid lane, denying DOTA at every turn. Not that I meant to do that, but whoops. Miracle and Kurokai moving in towards that mid lane. Kurokai very under level for a Morphling. He had to find himself just being a tank at one point, having to strength morph himself up too much. Has got himself that Ring of Health, Perseverance, and then ulti, and then Lincoln's. That's the way the build goes for your first level Morphling. I don't think anyone else really does it differently, unless you find yourself well behind the game. When you go Ring and then just, well, even then you still need the Perseverance. And you rush the S and Y, or some form of stats if you get yourself in trouble. Which was a little bit interesting to see Kurokai go that S and Y early. Oh, Clockwork! He thought he had him, and does actually have him. Miracle goes down and will retreat himself out. Vanguard on top of the Clockwork Goblin. Cut and paste. He really enjoys playing as Clockwork Goblin. Puppy moving back towards the tier 2 tower. Realizes it's not safe. Rocket flies out. Damaging off Kurokai. Enigma's in the neighborhood.
Dominating.
As Baby Knight and looks like AA also teaming up. Managed to bring down Asm. So there goes your Puck on the top lane, making it 2-7. Brownie Potatoes looking even stronger and stronger as this game goes on. Kurokai behind in farm. Enigma. If he gets that Blink Dagger up, we could actually see what we need to see. And this is what I was talking about during the drafting stage. Even though GGnet, they're falling behind at the moment, they still have their map control. They have their tier 1 tower. Congratulations on the top though. But they still have their tier 1 towers on the top. A couple of rays popping off. Cold Feet will force Pikeout back. They turn himself around. TP is coming towards the top, so they're going to try and initiate Baby Knight. Trying to shoot himself out. Double TP will come off. First one actually cancelling off his TP. Don't know if that was a mistake, because it was actually bottom lane. Looks like the stun actually came off, holding off Morphling from actually TPing himself out. Cut and Paste getting frosted off. VS tries to swap him out. They retreat themselves out of this bottom lane. But they tried to actually get Morphling up there, and that would have probably been a kill. But we do see a Clockwork Goblin. But I want to give man of the match, man of the semi-final so far to Cut and Paste. He's been everywhere and anywhere. Hey, Schnapperish and ulti. Flying down, hoping Chikiro is a little bit closer. Up to level 6 now. Has that ulti finally. Enigma. Tell me there's a Blink Dagger flying to him right now. I see Void Stone, I see Vitality Booster. So maybe not. I was wrong. I was so wrong. As it will be his. Yep, Vitality Booster. Top lane just slowly being pressured by the creep wave. Clockwork Goblin now coming up here. Baby Knight with a bit of a pause. 19 minutes into this game. Clockwork Goblin will love that farm. In fact, he's already got his Vanguard up. Really going to help him as you saw him in that last initiation. Wants to dive, wants to make sure he's still got the HP to survive it, as well as that extra defense you get from the Vanguard. Kurokai finally with his Perseverance up. Not massively behind his where he should actually be for a Morphling. Not exactly where he wants to be though. 20 minutes into the game, Perseverance up, and you probably want Linkers by 25. He's going to have one hell of a free farm on that bottom lane before he gets to that point. Not to mention he's very under-leveled, level 9 right now. The only thing which does actually help him, as I was talking about earlier on this match, is the fact that GGnet did run that neutraler, so as far as levels actually go, they are still pretty much on par with the rest of the of the Scourge. Unless Cut and Paste decides to kill everyone, at which point they won't be. Puppy, okay, takes the fall inside the sentinel neutrals, 2 to 8. One ward is all they really needed. They even saw that coming, a GGnet ward was there. And Roshan will now be attempted. I say attempted, it will be successfully done. Cold Feet going off on Roshan, just trying to slow him down a little bit further. Doombringer, Rejuvenation, so he's picked himself up a Troll. So it doesn't matter if he attacks Roshan, he'll get his life back again. Clockwork Goblin, tanking it up as well. He has a Vanguard. VS Roar over the top. Lowering down Roshan's armor once again. Another Frost goes off from the Nino as playing as the Ancient Apparition. And Roshan does go down. So Lothar's an Aegis Immortal on top of Doombringer right now. Very, very much. Ancient Apparition ulti, what are you doing, son? Just having a look around, expecting Enigma to be farming. Enigma actually just coming up, they just try, hey, what the hell are my Furbolgs doing in the corner? Manages to find them.
A player's forces are under
There's a bit of a take two there from Puppy. So I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a creep camp here. Can't be completely gone. Wards from VS watching the top. TP instantly there from SF. Hasn't deciding to hang around, completely still at the moment on the top lane. I think he might have been buying something up. Clockwork Goblin now coming over the top. Wants to have a crack. Vengeful Spirit is there as well. Hasn't using his ulti as a baiting off Ducky's attack. Clockwork Goblin is a little bit off there on his ulti. Didn't quite latch on as he probably should have. Ancient Apparition ulti flies right over the top. Wants to keep a little bit of image, stats on him. In fact, flies it straight inside the main base. Are you kidding? You are so got to be kidding. Well, Miracle's dead. Nino managed to... Oh, that's just shit. Tier 2 tower should take a fall right now. Sentinel, the one hero down. Due to Nino just being awesome and everything. Tier 2 tower being down, though, is definitely going to help here for GGnet. If they can push it out, SF! Oh! What a time for GGnet! Cut and Paste should not have initiated in just then. Gets wiped as well as a tier 2. GGnet are going to be very, very happy with that. They'll rotate themselves down towards the bottom lane, take out that tier 1, either go up towards the top lane, take out the tier 2. Many things open to them. But wow, SF just BKBing and just blasting everything he possibly had into Clockwork Goblin just then. Not what they wanted to face. So now there goes SF up towards the top lane. Move an extra kill for him. The Pycat. Morphling, how's he going for his farm? 1800. So close to that ultimate orb. He's got a little bit more breathing space at the moment, especially after taking out that tier 2 tower. And getting that kill on Clockwork Goblin as well. It's going to set him back in his build. Which at the moment, what do we got for him? Vanguard Urn, exact same build as last time. Came up with a Hood and Blade Mail next. We'll see if it's going to be the same in Game 2 as it was in Game 1. Baby Knight now has moved himself down towards the bottom lane. Farming up what he can. Stout Shield is there. Possible Vanguard coming up. Pike has his Blink Dagger up as well. Enigma doesn't have his just yet. 1200 is where they're currently sitting. Kurokai getting whatever farm he can. There's a Centaur there. That should be enough to get him his Ultimate Orb. Oh, maybe an extra one. There we go. 2100. Ultimate Orb. Fly it out, son. Fly it out. There you go. Courier. Woo! Yeah. VS and AA waiting up here on the top lane. Just letting DOTA farm, so they're more bodyguards hanging in the wings, waiting for someone to assassinate their teammate. If they do actually assassinate him, it's possible. Who actually knows? We will know later on in the game. Converge is going off. Have to give us 1 second, guys. Looks like my mic battery is going to die, so I need 1 moment, and we'll be right back.
A player's forces are under attack.
My apologies for that one, guys, but we are back here again. Hope we didn't actually have anything. No, we're 3 for 9, we're fine. We missed nothing. Yeah. Anyway. Missed nothing. Hang on, all the heroes are farming. That's something which we really want to talk about. Actually, it's something we do actually want to have a look at. CS scores. As far as what do we go going at SF? 145 for 19. Holy Hannah. 163 for 40 on top of DOTA. The unsung hero. Well, not the unsung hero. It's the same as what happened friggin' last time. He sits himself in his own little lane, farms up, and then all of a sudden, oh, look, there's an alchemist just killing us. Yeah. That's what happened last time. Except that actually happened about 13 minutes. Then he kept on getting killed all the time. Got set back. DOTA, a little bit harder to actually do that too. DOTA does have that Lincolns at 26 though. So he's already had a Kurokai. Which he has been set back a hell of a long way. And now he's actually going to get his Lincolns with that last hit. Actually, no, he's just short. Only just. But luckily he does get 1 gold per second. They're very, very generous in the world of DOTA. Puppy comes up, conversions go off. Morphling hanging around as well. Thinking about initiating off.
Players' forces are under attack.
Recipe should be bought. There's Lincoln Sphere as well as a dagger. So they're going to actually wait till they get those items up. Morphling obviously will definitely want that Lincoln's up. More importantly, we're going to see Enigma with that dagger up. Get the dagger on top of Enigma. We can get that initiation that GGnet actually want. And BP, will they be ready for it? Will they be able to do what they did last game? And that is basically turn a big team fight around. GGnet really wanted to initiate, and BP were able to turn around with a great SF ulti, great Lich ulti, and the rest of it. So they don't have SF this time. SF is in the hands of GGnet. Now we will see how we go from here. Big problem for SF though is even though we will BKB in this, if VS is there, the swap will come. Doombringer actually wants to turn around. Magic 1 charges might be required here from SF. Mid lane already having his gank as well. Morphling waves over the top. That should be bringing down Nino. They do so. Puck Illusionary doesn't actually ethereal jaunt it, but the kill does go through. And looks like Pacha actually goes down. Baby Knight does get the last hit, so the Doom did manage to actually bring him down. And it's tit for tat though. Nino went down the mid lane. Enigma just blinking up, trying to move cut and paste back a little bit further. Surprised I don't see massive denying coming out in the mid lane. They're quite happy just to push it. TP comes up towards top. Kurokai's in the back of that one. So before Illusion Orb is there. 1100 gold for him now too. We'll see if he goes SMY like he did last time, or if he'll jump straight towards the Ethereal Blade. Bottom lane TP support coming in. DOTA realize she's going to need a little bit of help. Ultimate Orb on top of her now. Clockwork Goblin's going to be looking to initiate. Double TP coming now. Good time to initiate. Doesn't get managed to actually hit on the Clockwork Goblin ulti. Great phase shift. Manages to avoid the Mystic Snake. Not ready for Doombringer though. Doom, level death. Will it be enough? Ancient Apparition ulti will definitely be enough. As he phase shifting out, he will either join himself to safety and then blink himself even further. Clockwork Goblin Roccat ulti. Frickin' hell. Just on the edge. Just on the edge. Asen did everything he possibly could to survive that one. But only just going down. All props to him for trying though. All props to him. So now both teams Locked in a battle of a tug of war. Very different to our last game. The last game was very, very initiative. Everyone was just like, oh, come on, get the kill, get the kill, move in. This game is only 4-11, and we're about half an hour through this game, actually. So it has been a long time. Both teams basically just prodding back and forth to try and find any sort of opening between both of their opposition. Clockwork Goblin. He's going to go for that hood again. So same build. As we see Vanguard, then Urn, then Hood, then Blade. Nothing really massively out of the ordinary there. SF looks like he's going to go for a bit of a Manta. With Yasha already up. BKB as well. Don't know if he'll actually sacrifice. Don't know if he'll actually sacrifice one of his items to actually grab that Blink Dagger up, or he just rely on Enigma to hold him in place for just long enough. Complete off the Manta.
A player's forces are under attack.
Up to 2,000 gold anyway. Clockwork Goblin, AA and VS, expecting his top lane to push out. In fact, actually, they're just babysitting Doombringer right now. So 4 heroes committed to there. While Morphling just farming up that bottom lane once again, up to 2,700. Hasn't spent anything, so more than likely will be going to go for that Eagle Horn straight off the cuff. As SF manages to pick up the Invis rune. Things are still looking pretty good for GGnet if things do go awry.
A player's forces are under attack.
Clockwork Goblin, so he's managed to complete his Hood now. 31-minute Hood, Vanguard and Urn. Pretty good farm, Ancient Apparition, going complete support. He's only about 20 gold away from actually getting his mech up. Or I should say the team's mech. He is the support man. Puppy getting whatever farm he can. He's managed to get himself his Keelan's Dagger. Orb up as well. We've got a Rocket flying down towards the bottom lane, just keeping tabs there. A Miracle, who's our Wars bitch for this one. Aston as well as Morphling, just slightly niggled at the moment. Tier 1 tower still alive on the bottom lane. This is going to be the opportunity that BP will probably be looking for. Waiting for the push to actually come through. Doombringer is here, VS as well as Clockwork. GGnet realizing something's a little bit weird. They're going to need SF for this fight. He's currently on the walk. There's a Ultimate Orb as well as a Manta Star recipe. Flying out right now. So done, completed. Taking the long walk from the top lane down towards the bottom. Pops off the Invis rune too. They're going to look for the initiation. As looks like Smoker Deceit is up. Illusionary Orbing over the top. Does the damage, doesn't reveal. Now they reveal. They came in a little bit too close. Flame Breath goes over the top. SF, he's still Invis. Now pops off the Manta. Will try and bring down Pycat from the backside. Miracle's already taken a fall. Nino managed to claim his life right now. SF pops off the ulti. Manages to claim the edge of Doombringer. He's low thighs himself out, but the ward is already up. In fact, they're going to run straight past another Miracle ward right now. Stone Gaze slowing down Kurokai. Mystic Snake bouncing itself through. Will demolish the rest of that creep wave. One down for either side. And they managed to catch out, cut and paste on the side. He's actually locked himself inside his own cogs here. Razor, will it be enough? Yes, there is enough from Pycat to bring him down. DOTA also on the front lines, almost out of mana. Gotta be careful, his shield will disappear once that actually happens. 4 heroes from the Sentinel side from GGnet, really looking for blood. Used up almost every single ability. Want to wipe out this creep wave and then claim this last tier 1 tower. They should be able to bring down DOTA, but DOTA does actually get that 15 charges on the Magic Wand too. Kurokai forced to come in towards the mid lane to defend then tier 1 there. Their last tier 1 tower that's currently standing. SF and Puppy. Looking for that opening to get through that tier 1 tower. Still up. No, well, no, they're not. They're moving back. What the hell? What the frack? What's going on? I think DOTA can hold it. DOTA has actually managed to farm up Manta as well. Ancient Apparition was just having a bit of a throw down the bottom. Throw that curveball of the ulti. Ward's coming up here from VS. We'll spot SF coming down, about to bottle up the DD room. So all SF's
player's forces are under attack.
Roccat does fly down, just over the top, harasses him on the way back. Luckily SF does actually have this amazing thing called regeneration, which will let him live nicely. Puck, currently with an ultimate orb. What we want to see from him is a Gwinsu. If he can get enough farm, if there's enough kills, if there's enough of a battle. SF leaving 2 illusions. You know, just watching from the high ground. Now decides to actually do something about it. Revealing himself. to the world.
Players' forces are under attack.
Gotta be careful though, with the two illusions up there, you don't know which one is actually a morphling. It's now going to come in from the side. TP support already going to come towards the top lane. Tier 1 tag getting nailed from both sides. Illusions on the high ground. Glyph now pops off. In fact, mirror images on the bottom lane as well. 4 SFs, all trying to hit the tower down. It's almost dead, and does get denied there by cut and paste. So Clockwork Goblin gets the last hit in there with the SFs doing what they can.
Players' forces are under attack.
They did take a lot of, they were doing a lot of damage to that tower. Even as illusions, they do a hell of a lot of damage. Possibly a little bit of an interesting move there by GGnet. Happy to take the tower down, even though they can't get the last hit. Does get denied too, so only 100 gold. Not 200 gold, there's 500 gold less for the entire Sentinel side. That's 2 sets of wards as well as $100 for a free drink. 6 to 12 is where we're currently sitting. Clockwork Goblin Roccat comes down, wants to check what's happening around the corner. Medallion of Courage actually up on top of Enigma right now. Interesting item. Bling Dagger is the more important item on top of him right now. Morphling, what do we got? There's that SMY once again from Kurukai. Decides to hop over the Ethereal Blade. So now the push will come on the tier 2 tower. A lot of damage. Ancient Apparition Odd is going to hit the entire wave now pushing through. SF though, mass damage to that tier 2. Brings it down. Miracle actually managed to claim the last out of all those people on that lane. But the tier 2 tower is down. And the fallback comes out from GG. Courier comes in, sentry wards flying around, pass around the love. SF replicate, which does belong to Morphling. Who now jumps himself in towards that middle lane. Waves over the top, farm galore. And then replicates himself back down towards the bottom, so showed himself in the mid. And then came back down towards the bottom lane. Coming across the room, counter warding now going off. A lot of heroes here. Trying to bait out the fact they're going to go for Roshan, which they're not. Enigma's there. Enigma, first one to reveal off Doombringer, who then instantly Lothars. Waves go over the top. Will they get the SF ulti? Yes, they do. Big Enigma Black Hole as well, holding the entire BP team in hole. Oh my lord, triple, double. There's a triple. Not there. Kurukai gets a double. Oh crap. GGnet. One big battle is all it took, and one big battle is what just happened. DOTA trying to fall herself back here. And cut and paste. Oh, not a good time for him to do this. 10 to 12. Cut and paste actually still in the game as well. Someone tunnel that man. Cut and paste actually managing to speak inside the game. 25 seconds. He does come back in again. Just before we lose it, that initiation was coming in towards that mid, but with him lagging out, there's no way we're losing what just happened. But the initiation is coming mid. I know. You're going for it. Pulling himself back, illusionary orbing over the top. Gonna try and come in. Stone Gaze slowing down the approach. SF is there. Misty Snake bouncing off. It's going to bounce between the conversions. Or bounce off Enigma. And then Morphling. And then one of the conversions and come back again.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now we will see Roshan going down. That's right, the Queen of Saves, or King of Saves in my point. Coming out once again. Ancient Apparition ulti. Going to make this a little bit more difficult here for the Sentinel side. Scourge, they're only a little bit away. Medusa is currently around the corner. Roshan's not down yet. Sentinel deciding to fall themselves back here. More sentry wards going down from both teams. DOTA now comes in. It's actually starting to damage off Roshan. GGnet, gotta be careful they don't give this up right now. Wards go down. A lot of heroes moving back again. Puck's on the wrong side of the map. No mana in him. And Scourge could actually easily claim Roshan right now. Or will they? Enigma's there. Ulti is not up at the moment. This is not going to work in their favour. Roshan's already down. Aegis Immortal already taken by DOTA. Split shot gets rid of every single illusion that's there. And Sentinel really behind on the 8 ball right now. Won that fight, got him back in again. Lost Roshan, put him straight back out again. Not where they want to be sitting. Tier 1 tower will now come under threat. Replica from Morphling still sitting on the front lines. Molly goes back to try and regen himself up or possibly push out a lane. Yes, definitely pushing out the top lane. 2900 gold on top of him. Tier 1 tower will take a fall. Morphling will wipe out the creep wave and then rejoin them in that mid lane. Tier 1 tower actually still managing to stay alive due to the fact of a glitch. Scourge get the last hit, so last hit being denied. Gwynsu on top of Doom right now. Watch out for that disable. Top lane TP coming. Morphling deciding to move himself back a little bit further. Clockwork Goblin actually getting caught out right now. Cogs up, wants to get himself out. VS swapping out. VS actually now holding himself inside the Cogs. Puck has gone over the top. Already put out the Warring Rift. Miracle's taken a fall. The Scourge getting that last hit. Not quite sure who did the most amount of damage on that one. But cut and paste being held in place. Right next, BKB. BKB. Aldi goes off. Just catches the edge of DOTA as well as Clockwork Goblin, who has now been trying to brought down and TPs himself out. Will there be one raise? Two raise? Not enough. Gets himself out of issues. Ducky did take a fall during that fight as well. Kurukai claimed his life. Kurukai did coming back in towards the middle. Missy Snake bouncing off. Doombringer on the run. Lothars was there. Want to pop off whatever he could on Morphling. Didn't get it in the end. Puck on the bottom lane. Both tier 2 on bottom lane as well as tier 2 on mid lane under pressure. Mid lane being pressured a lot more. TP was coming. Trying to make him think twice about that one. 135 gold in the cancelled TP. Tower was 9 by Kurukai in mid lane too, so 500 gold less for the Scourge, as well as no last hit. Doombringer though, very, very powerful that Gwynsu and Lothars, 41 minutes into the game. To have that Hex, to have that extra mana regen, to have that extra time as well, to beat down on the opposition. Kurukai though, in the same respect, getting a little bit stronger. Now up to 4,200 gold inside this kitty. SMY will have enough to actually almost complete his Ethereal Blade pretty soon. Interesting to see him actually not agi morphing a hell of a lot more, sitting on 1,800. Realising the amount of damage he has been taking of late. Needs to be able to live a lot more. Damaging off creep wave, then taking off the rest of it. If you want to learn how to farm, that was literally it. He missed one creep out of that entire wave. Enigma as well as Sakura there in the middle lane. No one there to actually harass them off. Looks like Clockwork Goblin quite happy just to farm up there. No blade mail up for him just yet. Kuru, oh, there's that Ethereal Blade. Has managed to be farmed up here by Kurukai. He's now completely flat broke, but he's managed to get it. SF will also enjoy that as well. If they can get their timing right. And there'll be a lot of damage coming down to one hero. Big hero, key heroes too. You can bring him down in a blink of an eye. No Clockwork Goblin, no Doom. Doombringer with a Hyperstone on top of him, so trying to go Assault Cuirass. Was achieved last time as well. DOTA with Manta and Eaglehorn. Same as SF. Manta and Eaglehorn. The only difference is BKB instead of Lincoln Sphere. So still both teams very, very even. 42 minutes into this game. Only 26 kills for this 42-minute, or almost 43-minute game now. Smoker Deceit being brought up by Puffy. So we might see a little bit of an attempted gank at the moment. Gwynsu, great to see it completed now on top of Puck as well. So there's an extra disable coming towards the Sentinel lineup. Invis has popped off for Shadow Fiend now. Running next to the replicate of Morphling. Clockwork Goblin just pops off the rocket. Catches the entire GGnet side, just napping just near where the tier 1 tower for the Scourge was, and the middle lane is gone. Ancient Apparition ulti will follow it in. Little bit of damage. Not that much though. Ultimate does have itself a bit of a cooldown too, about a minute or so. In fact, you actually see it. No, it's not even that. It's up to level. Is that level? Yeah, level 2 ultimate. So it's only got a 35-second cooldown. Freaking insane. There's just a little bit of a spike coming through for a second, so all okay.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sentinel side, back towards the farm. Don't want to make a wrong move right now. Big point too, you see 4 sentry wards and 1 observer ward. Danino wanting to make sure that as far as warding actually goes, map control vision. They don't lose control of it. Only with one of their own wards currently watching around the front of the Roche pit. One a little bit further in as well. As far as wards being brought up as well. 14 wards for Nino, 12 for Ducky, 16 and 6 coming out from Miracle, so 22 count. Goes up against a 26 count for the Scourge. So Scourge just investing that little bit of extra money into map control, realizing they need to actually know when they're going to get ganked. Do they have a ward? No, they don't. They've got a normal ward right now. So this will be a completely surprise Smoke of Deceit coming in towards the mid lane. Replicate's going to be the first one to go in. Clockwork Goblin sitting on the high ground. He's actually going to sell the Smoke of Deceit first. Roccat instantly. Puck now blinks in. A lot of damage already happening on top of Cut and Paste. VS swap, great timing. SF comes in, wants to get his ulti off, decides to actually cancel it off, trying to get the last hits on off Cut and Paste. Does get one, does get two, does get three. What an engagement by GGnet. That is what they needed. Now they're going to bring down DOTA as well. AA is there. He is definitely going to be the next target. Couple of hits. Kurokai, triple. Blade's going to be off. No, he doesn't have his blade yet. We will be able to afford it pretty soon after this battle. Stone Gaze does come through. Park doesn't actually ethereal drawn on the Illusionary Orb. An instant SF. Ulti on top. DOTA. So much damage. Can't live through that. ASML does go down. Ashley's going to be very, very careful not to actually die right now. It's already fired off his Hex. Will now come in. Warring Rift goes off. Tries to slow him down. Orbs over. Phase shifts as well. And that will be enough to bring down DOTA. Jaunts himself up, blinks himself down, TPs himself up towards top lane as well to throw one more orb to slow down this creep wave on the top. In fact, he can probably blast this wave with one go if he so desired. In fact, there it goes. Big battle to actually lose here for BP. We might be taking this to a third, boys and girls. As GGnet keeping the pressure on here on the tier 3 tower. Glimpse goes off. Will they do what they couldn't do in the last game? Push through, take the racks instead of just a tier 3. I don't think so at the moment. Big ulti going off there from Ancient Apparition. Keeping the pressure on top of the Sentinel side, not letting them push easily. Cut and paste, a little bit too confident to be on the front lines there with the cogs. Going down 60 seconds on the sideline for him. Ancient Apparition is there on the front lines, Doombringer's there to join him. They will hold on to their racks for the moment. But only for the moment. 17 for 15. GGnet getting themselves back inside this game. Ever so slowly. Ever so slowly. 3,300 gold now on top of Morphling. Getting himself out of control. It's the way Kurokai likes to go. He likes farm. He likes farming and he likes to actually dominate mid-game. It's been a little bit longer for him. He's basically just coming towards the late game now. Before he really managed to actually hit his stride. But 3,600 gold. Easy to initiate, easy to buy back. This is the new versions of DOTA as well. So there's a 4-minute cooldown. 4-minute cooldown on the buyback. Morphling. Want to wait for when Kurokai decides to actually really make his move. Comes back just down to farm. One wave. Look at that Agi morph as well. 132 plus 96. Still got the 58 strength as well. Still got 11 strength on him as well. Just wanted to actually go too far down HP points. 1,500 is more than enough for him. To replicate himself back in a little bit further. Ultimate Orb. So we might even be seeing the Skadi coming out from him. Lincoln Sphere is already there. Skadi is actually not that far off. Quite amazing for Morphin to get this strong. SF, Butterfly, Manta, BKB. Clockwork Goblin managed to complete that pipe once again. DOTA, Manta, Butterfly, Lincolns. Doombringer, what have you managed to get up so far? Still with that Lothars and Gwinsu. Hyperstone looking for a little bit more. There's at the Sentinel side, GGnet looking for a little bit of an opening, looking for a gap, looking for a hero who is just not in the right place. TP is going out towards the top lane. They're moving themselves back inside the main base. They're thinking about going back door. Thinking about it. The racks will regen, so there's not much point in doing it. Wipe out the creep wave. Gives him a little bit more of a push. As the Skirmish team rotate themselves up by taking out the creep wave, though they've opened themselves up with a nice big area. They can go for Roshan, who is back up again. Exactly where they're headed to. Scourge will know what's happening. With Ada Courage has actually gone top of Roshan, lowering that armor. Scourge is coming down, Clockwork Goblin is there. Now holds himself in. Roshan has been done by the Sentinel. Clockwork Goblin, very, very in, over the top of his head. Jakira VS swap. Great swap there by VS. Puppy now pops off the ulti, bringing in the black hole, right on top of Sony Ace. All illusions, everything there. VS was locked in as well. The chicken is on top of DOTA, and big hit there from Kurukai. Manages to bring down VS. Doombringer also getting wasted there by SF. He takes a fall. Hey, Nino trying to pull himself out. DOTA, big wave from Morphling. Kurukai should be able to kill off Nino right now. In case, yes, he does. Actually, yes, Nino does get caught out, but Miracle is the one who does get the last hit. Frost Wave goes over the top. Morphling does the rest of it. SF ulti as well. 4 heroes down for the Scourge right now. 1 hero, the only one left alive, is Clockwork Goblin. First one to go in, first one to die, first one to buy back. And then we're blinking in towards the middle there. We've got to be careful. 1 rocket there from Clockwork Goblin would be enough to actually slow him down. Or possibly bring him just within death. Doesn't really matter though. Clockwork Goblin now pops the rocket. Deuce is back again. Did actually buy back, realizing the push would come. Split shot trying to wipe out this wave with just the illusions. Morphling. Very low HP. Clockwork Goblin trying to initiate. Couldn't get the last of it. The godlike. Beyond godlike for Kurukai. Will now push the tier 2 tower down. Aegis model has finally popped off on him. That's why he didn't really care of him being that low HP. Mid-Rax goes down. GGnet rotating themselves down. Tier 3 tower in the bot. Will not last long. Asian Apparition ulti might actually kill off Puppy here. He's going to move himself up towards the side. Did so successfully as well. TP now going to come right on top of the tower. Magic Missile on top of Kurukai. Just having a strength more, but has a wave to do so. Get himself out there. VS swaps him back up again. Kurukai is a chicken. Kurukai is also blading on top of VS. Managed to keep himself alive, stopping the attack going on top of him. Pikeout already getting 2, so SF really doing a hell of a lot of damage. And that is 24-16. Tier 3 tower managed to stay alive right now.
A player's forces are under attack.
24-16. 51 minutes and 59 seconds into this game. 1 Rax down. GGnet looking very commanding. How far will it go though? Will BP be able to actually pull this game back? Take the semi-final of the GosuCup in 2? Or will they be forced to a 3rd? Only time will tell on that answer. Or that question, in fact. If we had an answer to it, if I can give you an answer to it right now, we wouldn't have to be going through probably the next 15, 20 minutes of this game. Or longer, possibly longer. Well, Nino desperate for actually to try and slow down this wave. Frosting up the Druids. Whatever you can pop it. Slow down the Super Size Me creeps. 833 HP points. A little bit harder to actually deal with. See the normal crew wave, 620. Crew wave also gives less gold as well. It's a little bit harder for the farm to actually come towards the Scourge side. SF though, out towards the top lane. Helm with the Dominator on. More than likely will be completed into a Satanic. Not too far off as well. Gets where he's got 3,000 gold up in his bank account. Clockwork Goblin back towards that bottom lane. Cut and paste. He's been going for a lot of those initiations, which really worked for him in the first game. In the second game, not so quite though. Coming close range on an SF, you cop the entire ulti. Then it all comes down to Vengeful Spirit to try and get that awesome swap to try and save him off, which he's done so successfully multiple times as well.
Town is under siege.
But yeah, just sometimes a swap can't save everybody. Cog's just going off in the wrong spot, blocking off his own team. Not really what he wanted to actually have happen, but that's the way the cookie did actually crumble. Roshan still got a little bit of time before he goes back up again, but
A player's forces are under attack.
In the meantime, we do actually see a bit of counter warding coming out. The Ghost Scepter up on top of Jakiro as well. Gives that little bit more time for Morphling to actually just beat the absolute crap out of somebody. Or SF, depending who you want. Rocket's fired down. SF now joins in the battle. What's flying out? Just a TP scroll.
A player's forces are under attack.
Still no Satanic being brought up just yet. It's a little bit short of the money. Not massively short, just a little bit. Sentinel side quite happy to actually keep the pressure on this bottom lane too. Tier 3 tower is already injured. It's easier than pushing through the tier 2 on the top lane. Get more bang for your buck. As that Skadi is actually completed by Morphling right now too. Rocket flies down towards the bottom. TP comes in. Puck. Ready to fight. Gonna look for an opening. All Scourge heroes there by Doombringer, who's currently on the run. Will they get there in time? Miracle dropping down the sentry ward. Wants to keep tabs in case Doom does actually try and initiate. Morphling goes over, blast, and then just basically... Oh, that was beautiful there by Kurokai. Replicate himself down now, Enigma Black Holes. Holding Baby Knight in place. Cop the massive SF ulti. That is GG, boys and girls. There is no way this Scourge can go from that one. GG from cut and paste. First one to leave the game. And we will be going to a third here to decide who goes to face the Ukrainian Masters in the grand final. Kurokai, so much bloody damage, but that does make it GG on the board, guys and girls. Even bringing up the final stat screen as well. 421 for DOTA, most farmed hero on the game, but it's not going to go up against Kurokai. 14 kills, 1 death, 9 assists, 322 for his creep stats with 31 neutrals as well. SF, also a powerhouse. So much damage from the GGnet guys, but so much of it was also banked on the big AoE damage that was coming out, and that's what really won the battles for GGnet. Just BP, they couldn't get the initiation off just right. And a good early game start too. First blood coming out from Baby Knight. You're expecting things like that too. Ancient Apparition played more as a support role, not the big carry role. So he wasn't really that great influence in the game, which we normally see him being. And DOTA in the end too, 23 levels is what he achieved. It was basically still on par with a lot of the GGnet guys, but GGnet had that extra map control early on, taking out the tier 1 towers, and just kept the pressure on, and that's what got them through in the second game. Third game coming up very soon, guys, so we're going to have a very small break, and be back here with your semi-final third match here, BP going up against GGnet. Who will be going through to face the Ukrainians in the grand final? We'll find out in just a moment.